We are here on sum number 7th, and here you can see side DE is parallel to side AB, and the measures of these three sides are given. We have to find BE. So in that case, we'll use first, okay, what is the given information? Seg DE is parallel to seg AB. Okay, therefore which theorem we can use? By basic proportionality theorem. Okay, by BPT. What can we write? We can write CD upon DA equals to CE upon BE. Okay, so that is 3 by 5 equals to 6.4 minus x by x. Okay, so simple cross multiplication, this will become 3x equals to 5 bracket 6.4 minus x. So 3x equals to, this will become 5 4s are 20, 2 5 6 are 30, 32. Okay, 6.4 5 times is 32 minus 5x. If I bring this here, this will become plus 5x, okay, equals to 32. Now 8x equals to 32. Therefore x is equal to 32 by 8, x is equal to 4. 8 ones are 8 fours are. That is BE equals to 4. Okay, now let us see whether centimeter units is given. No, nothing is given, so you will just write BE equals to 4. Okay, then so we are here on sum number 8, and before we start sum number 8, we will see that if a perpendicular is drawn on the same line, okay, 1 2 3, here I have drawn 3 perpendiculars on the same line, then all these 3 will be parallel to each other. How? You can say it by interior angle test or corresponding angles test. You can see this corresponding angles are congruent, therefore the lines are parallel. Okay, anyhow you can prove. I want you to remember that perpendiculars drawn on the same line are parallel to each other. Okay, so here I just, if I make this line vertical, this is the horizontal line, if I make this vertical, here you can see there are 4 perpendiculars on the same line. Okay, so the first thing we notice here is AP is perpendicular to AD. Okay, then QB is also perpendicular to AD, then RC is also perpendicular to AD, and SD is also perpendicular to AD. Therefore perpendicular drawn on the same line are parallel to each other. Okay, therefore you can see AP is parallel to QB, is parallel to RC, is parallel to SD. All 4 are parallel to each other. This is what we have deduced. Okay, now you remember the property of 3 parallel lines. Okay, here see AB is given, BC is given, CD is given, and PS is given 280. We are asked to find PQ, QR and RS. So in that case, what you will do is, you will write by property of 3 parallel lines and transversal. Property of three parallel lines and transversal says that, okay, here I can write, I'll select this first because we have to find these three intercepts, so we'll select any two. If I select PQ and QR, okay, so it will be SQ upon PQ equals to DB upon AB. Okay, now I don't know SQ, I don't know PQ, but if I add this, okay, then I know SP. So what will I do? I'll add, you know what is componendo, SQ upon PQ by PQ is equal to DB plus AB by AB. This is called componendo. Okay, now SQ plus PQ is SP, yes or no? So this is SP, I'll write it here, SP upon PQ equals to, this is AD upon AB. Okay, so because we have added them, I'll write the original measures now. SP is 280, PQ we don't know, AD we know. AD is how much? 8 plus 7 15, 15 plus 6 21, and AB is how much? It is 60. Okay, so now you can just simply cross multiply. PQ is equal to 60 into 280 by 210. I can cancel this. Okay, this is 7 3s are 7 4s are. Okay, this can be cancelled. 3 1s are 3 2s are 6, so 20. Okay, now PQ becomes 80. 20 into 4, PQ we got 80. Now one more intercept I'll find, so that automatically I can get the third one. Okay, so we'll come on to the second intercept. So we are here, we can take say PQ upon QR equals to AB upon BC. Okay, because these lines are parallel. Okay, so you can write here, by property of three parallel lines and their transversal. Because we have PQ now, so this will be helpful for us in finding QR. PQ is 80, QR we don't know, AB is 60, BC is 70. So just simply cross multiply. QR is equal to 80 into 70 by 60. 0 0 I can cancel. Okay, 6 I'll cancel this by 2. 2 3s are 2 40s are. Okay, so you got here 4 7s are 28. QR is equal to 280 upon 3. Okay, now I'll keep this in fraction form. Okay, and we'll try to find out what is SR. Okay, so you know that PS is equal to PQ plus QR plus RS. It is the sum of these three sides. So I'll write P dash Q dash R dash S. It means all four are collinear. Okay, now PS I'll write 280. This PQ I'll write, this is 80 we got. QR we got 280 by 3, and RS we have to find. Okay, so if I move this here, 280 minus 80. Okay, so here I am keeping only these two, RS. Okay, so this becomes 200 equals to 280 upon 3 plus RS. PQ equals to 80, I am writing here, PQ equals to 80. Okay, now if I move this here, this will become 200 minus 280 upon 3 equals to RS. Okay, so this will become RS is equal to, cross multiply, 600 minus 280 by 3. What is 600 minus 280? 600 minus 280 is 320 by 3, which you cannot divide by 3. Okay, so we got PQ, we got QR. I'm just highlighting this with double dash. Okay, PQ we got 80, QR we got this, and RS we got this. Okay, no problem, you can keep this in fraction form. Okay, no need to convert this in decimal form. Okay, so we'll begin with ninth one now. Okay, question number 9 is very simple. You just have to fill in the blanks, where you can see PMQ is a triangle where MX is the angle bisector. Okay, so if MX is the angle bisector, so by angle bisector property, what can you write? You can write PM upon MQ is equal to PX upon XQ. Okay, this is by theorem of angle bisector. Okay, and here in triangle PMR, MY is the bisector, so again I can write PM upon MR equals to PY upon YR. Okay, rest of the proof is given. Okay, so I'm just writing what you have to write in the fill in the blanks column. Okay, so we'll move on to 10th one now. So 10th one, as you can see, I have written the measures of AB and AC. You can see BX and CX are the angle bisectors. Okay, and AX is a line that intersects BC at Y. Okay, now we have to find AX upon XY. Okay, so what one thing we know is that in triangle ABY, AB upon BY equals to AX upon XY. Okay, AB upon BY is equal to AX upon XY. Okay, this is by what? By theorem on angle bisector. Okay, then in triangle ACY, I'll mention the angle bisector here. CX is the angle bisector. Okay, so here also I'll mention BX is the angle bisector. Okay, therefore I'll write here in ACY, AC upon CY equals to AX upon XY. Okay, this is by theorem on angle bisector. Okay, now as you can see from point number 1 and 2, from 1 and 2 you will have AB upon BY equals to AC upon CY equals to AX upon XY. As AX upon XY is there in RHS of both the points, so this will also be equal. In short, all these 3 points will be equal. Okay, now whatever measures I know, I will write here. AB is 5, BY we don't know, AC is 4, CY we don't know, AX and X upon XY we have to find. Okay, now if you know, students, this BC is given 6. Okay, and BC is not here, but if we add this 2, we'll get BC. Okay, so you remember by theorem on equal ratios, by theorem on equal ratios we can add this. Okay, this will become BY plus CY equals to AX upon XY. Okay, now I'll come here, this will become 9 upon, this is CY, BC is equal to AX upon xy. Okay, so this is 9 upon 6 is equal to ax upon xy. This will be cancelled, 3 2s are 3 3s are, so we got, therefore ax upon xy equals to 3 upon 2. Okay. Okay, so here 11th one, you can see they have asked us to prove AP upon PD equals to PC upon BP. Now clearly it can be seen that these parts comes in the triangle, so we have to prove the triangle similar. First, when we have to prove the triangles similar, we observe what is given. Okay, here it is given AD is parallel to BC. Okay, that means this quadrilateral is a trapezium. Okay, now it will be very easy for us to prove the two triangles similar because we have seg AD is parallel to seg BC. Okay, and I'll write BD is the transversal. Okay, because it is transversal, I can easily write this angle ADP is congruent to angle CBP. They are what? Alternate angles. Okay, now angle ADB is congruent to angle CBP, so I can use this in proving the triangle similar. I am taking now in triangle ADP and triangle CBP. Angle ADP is congruent to angle CBP. This is from 1. Okay, and angle APD is congruent to angle CPB. This is, they are vertically opposite angles. Okay, therefore triangle APD is similar to triangle CBP. APD will be similar to CBP. Okay, now after looking at them, you can simply write CSST, triangle APD similar to triangle CBP. I have just rewritten it. Okay, this is by AA test. Okay, for the sake of CSST I have rewritten it, so it will be, I want AP, so I'll take AP. It will be ADP. Okay, ADP similar to CBP. Correspondence should be proper alternate angles. Okay, so AP I'll take, this is AP. AP will be upon first and third, CP. Okay, then I want PC, so if you can get here PC, no, PD is there, PD is there, so we will take PD upon, this will be PB or PP. Okay, now what we want and what we got is slightly different. Okay, how can we make it proper? Just by giving it alternando. Okay, so AP upon PD I'll bring here. You know what is alternando, students? B and C, A upon B equals to C upon D. The positions of B and C gets interchanged, that's it. So PD and this is CP will come here upon BP. Okay, this is by alternando. Okay, so we got what we wanted to prove, hence 11th one is proved. So 12th one is an activity, a very easy one. If 2ax is equal to 3bx, so ax upon bx will be equal to 3 upon 2. Okay, and ax plus bx by bx is equal to 3 plus 2 by 2. Okay, so this becomes what? This becomes 5 upon 2. Okay, now we have these two triangles similar, so BC is similar BYX by AA test. Okay, as you can see, common angle, okay, and one pair of corresponding angles. So here you have BC upon BY equals to AC upon XY. This is 9. Okay, so you will simply write here, what is this? AB upon BX. I'll write this as 5 upon 2. So after cross multiplying this, you will get as 9 5s are 45. 45 upon 2. What is 45 upon 2? It is 22.5. Okay, so children, this is the correct way, correct answer. Okay, answer given behind the textbook is wrong. Okay, so coming to the last question of problem set, question number 13th. Here it is given that GDEF is a square. Okay, because it is a square, so all its sides will be naturally equal. We have to prove that DE square equals to BD into EC. Now just observe, BD and EC are parts of which triangles? They are part of these two triangles, GDB and FEC. Okay, so we somehow have to prove these two triangles similar. Okay, but directly we cannot go. Okay, so how will we go? We can take a base. Okay, you can see in triangle BAC and triangle BDG, BAC and BDG, what can you see? Angle B, congruent angle B. This is what? Common angle. Okay, and you can see angle BAC is congruent to angle BDG. Each is 90 degree. 90 degree. Okay, this we proved by triangle BAC similar triangle BDG, we proved by AA test. Okay, this we proved by AA test. Now as we proved these two triangles similar, the bigger one with the smaller one, similarly we can prove similarly. No need to prove that, you can just write similarly triangle BAC will be similar to triangle, this smaller triangle. How will you write the correspondence? It will be FEC, not CEF. Okay, triangle triangle FEC. Okay, so this you will give as point number 1, this will you will give point number 2. As you can see, something is common in point number 1 and 2. So from 1 and 2, what do you get? From 1 and 2 you will get these two triangles similar. Triangle BDG similar triangle FEC. Okay, now as you see, BDG is similar to FEC. Now I'll try to take out this BD, okay, upon BD upon what? FE is equal to, I want EC, so EC I'll get second and third, so DG upon EC. Okay, now let us cross multiply. This will become your CSST. Okay, if I cross multiply this, BD into EC is equal to FE into DG. Yes or no? Sorry. So you got this, but you are yet to get the LHS. Very simple. BD into EC equals to, instead of FE, I can write DE, because FE and DE are sides of square. Okay, and instead of DG also I can write DE. So you will simply get DE square is equal to BD into EC. Okay, here you can write sides of square. Okay, you have changed this because they are sides of square. So DE square is equal to BD into EC. So hence we have proved the 13th one. Okay children, practice the problem set, and goodbye, good luck. Ask me if you have any doubt. Goodbye.